Welcome back, everybody, to the Bay Bolts channel. We have some breaking news that we're going to cover for you here today. It was reported that the Toronto Raptors will be playing at Amalie Arena for the 2021 season. So a new team coming and joining us in Team Tampa Bay. Michael, what do you think?
I think it's an awesome opportunity. I mentioned in the Bay Bolts tweet that this is an opportunity for the Tampa area to potentially put their name in the hats of people getting potentially a full-time NBA team. And I know we're not really a basketball channel, but we're bringing a basketball team to the area, so it's worth talking about, even if it's just for a season or less than a season, depending on how COVID goes. And at the end of the day, it's a really, really cool opportunity to bring some more championship pedigree to the city of Tampa.
That's very true. And the other thing that I think is interesting for at least the Lightning side of things is that not only will they be playing in Amalie Arena, so that you wonder, this is obviously going to affect how they do scheduling if we have a season for the Bolts next year. Now, normally basketball teams play in hockey arenas all the time or vice versa. So this isn't a huge deal, but it is something to consider that they will have another team playing in Amalie Arena, so that could affect a couple of little things when they do this scheduling. But also, you wonder if now that they're going to be playing at Amalie Arena, will Amalie be able to get any of the revenue that's made during the games? I think they definitely will. The question is how much. Will that have an effect on how much the Lightning are bringing in? This is potentially very good news for the Bolts, as obviously any revenue you can get right now is, positive with the pandemic. And we recently just saw the Lightning have to lay off a bunch of employees as well.
Yeah, and I'll tackle that second thing that you mentioned first when you talk about the revenue. I don't think that they're going to get as much as we think they are. It's basically a negotiation with Maple Leaf Sports Entertainment, who owns the Raptors and the Maple Leafs, and Jeff Vinik, who owns Amalie Arena and the Lightning. So at the end of the day, the NBA will always win out. I love the NHL, I love hockey, but they are not as powerful as the NBA. I think those teams will end up getting the money or those ownership groups in MLSE will get the money that they want. But it is an ongoing negotiation. We saw that a couple people saying that on Twitter. This is far from finalized. They said that, they would be moving to Tampa to start the season, but they have not come to a full agreement on, how the money's going to be structured and all that stuff. Another thing that I wonder, and I saw a couple of mostly fans bringing this up, no reporters, but is this an opportunity for the NBA to get some more revenue when it comes to fans? Because, as you know, one of the main reasons that Toronto in particular can't play in Canada, the Raptors can't play in Canada, is because they're going to get no ticket revenue because, Canada is handling this virus much differently than the United States. Florida, on the other hand, they don't really care. People go to Bucks games all the time. It's limited capacity. People have been going to college football games, college basketball. I'm sure is going to have a plethora of people coming and seeing their games. If pro basketball is at Amalie Arena, will Jeff Vinik allow for maybe 15 or 20% of fans to try to make up for some of that revenue?
Yeah, that's definitely an interesting thing to think about. You wonder for the Lightning too, will they have any sort of fans in the stadium if we end up having this season? I think it's definitely an opportunity for basketball to make some new fans with the closest fan base or closest basketball team, that's here in Florida to Tampa is the Magic, the Orlando Magic. So I'm sure there's some basketball fans here that would love to have a team down here in Tampa, would be excited to go to these types of games. So there's definitely an opportunity there. And there's, we had mentioned, there's lots of moving parts to this. So I think the Lightning will be getting a little bit of revenue, though, which anything is honestly a boost. So just to have two teams coming in, even if it's a small amount at limited capacity, that's still a positive when basically every dollar counts when it comes to in this middle of this pandemic. So it's definitely going to be interesting. We'll have to keep our eyes on it and see what happens. But Michael, anything else to add before we wrap this up?
No, you mentioned scheduling earlier. I think it's going to be a lot easier this time around because even though there are two major sports teams going to be sharing the same arena, there's not going to be any other extracurricular things like the Tampa Circus that comes in, or concerts or anything like that. So the dates are going to be a lot more flexible when it comes to when will the Lightning play and when will the Raptors play.
No, you're absolutely right. So, but either way, we are excited for the Raptors to come down to Tampa. We are welcoming them to hashtag Team Tampa Bay. I think I heard the saying now for the Raptors is we are the South. So super excited about that. Could be a lot of fun. We're looking forward to it. And we'll keep our eyes on it for you guys to see what further develops from this, from the negotiation sides of things and how things will all play out. But that's going to do it for us guys today. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, ring that bell for notifications, leave a like on the video if you guys did enjoy. We've got some exciting things coming your way you're not going to want to miss. So remember, your Tampa Bay Lightning are your 2020 Stanley Cup champions. Have a great rest of your day.